And when he knows the goal and seeks Krishna completely in Krishna consciousness and in devotional service, he is acting in Bhakti Yoga or Buddhi Yoga, which is the complete yoga. This complete yoga is the highest perfectional stage of life. A person may have a bona fide spiritual master and may be attached to a spiritual organization, but if he is still not intelligent enough to make progress, then Krishna from within gives him instructions so that he may ultimately come to him without difficulty. The qualification is that a person always engage himself in Krishna consciousness and with love and dedication, devotion, render all kinds of services. But he should perform some sort of work for Krishna, and that work should be with love. If a devotee is not intelligent enough to make progress on the path of self-realization, but is sincere and devoted to the activities of devotional service, the Lord gives him a chance to make progress and ultimately attain to him. Here in Srila Prabhupada's purport, Hari Om Tat Sat. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Namo Shivaya Hare Krishna. I'm very happy to be here and amongst all of you. This Tanamangala Bhakti Center is well known in many places, and devotees are wonderfully attending the programs and taking up to Krishna consciousness. So it's a great privilege and pleasure for us to be here. What are the items we need to collect? So, are these items available at my home? Then I check my fridge or storage. It is not there. Okay, so I need this item, so and so items. Vegetables, rice, things like that. Then what do? I have to go to the shop, to the grocery shop, to the market I have to go. So, that's the understanding of what are the things I need to get the result is called sambandha. So you have already established the sambandha. Okay, I need potato, I need rice, I need some sabji, I need haldi and all these things. So after establishing this sambandha, then we go to the market or the store. So going to that place, buying the things, paying the bill, bringing it back to home, cutting it, washing it, cooking it is called the process of vidya. And then we get the result, offered to the Lord. After cooking, offer it to the Lord and we take the prasad and our hunger is taken care. Also, delicious Krishna prasad will also please our tongue. So, in this is the whole system. For example, we need a microphone for the class. So, which company is providing good quality microphones? So, we get the information, the sambandha. We go to the market, buy it, avidya, fix it, also avidya. Then we speak, audience is getting the message, and our purpose is fulfilled. This prayojana. So in any sphere of life, these three things are there: sambandha, avidya, and prayojana. So in Krishna consciousness as well, we would have to know, we need to know that what is our sambandha with Krishna. The person worships me. They get bhava, they get buddha. Buddha is intelligence, buddhi is intelligence, and bhava is devotional emotion. So the first sloka mainly focuses on the sambandha. Aham sarvasya pramatma sarvam pravarta. Then slightest abhideva and prayojan is also there. The next one, Krishna says in 10.9, Matchitta matgata prana bodhayanta parasparam. After knowing this, that I am the proprietor, controller, and engineer of everything, and I am his eternal father, then the devotee, he will engage into the process. He will engage himself into the process, which is Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Vandanam, and so on. So this process begins with Shravanam. As Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that Shravan Kirtan Jale Karoy Shechan. So we water on the root of Bhakti Lata, the creeper of devotional service, by doing Shravana and Kirtana. And how will we do Shravana? Somebody has to speak. Otherwise there is no point of Shravana. So Shravana, or hearing Krishna Katha, should be executed in a sincere attitude. That I am trying to listen so that I can be more convinced, and I have more conviction on the relationship what we have already known. Aham sarvasya prabhava, sambandha. So that my sambandha gyan becomes more strong. Because stronger sambandha gyan will facilitate going deep into the process, abhidheya. In the process, abhidheya. And which will ultimately culminate into the resultant action, which is prema. We get Krishna prema, or buddhi from Krishna. So we keep on this process of hearing and chanting. And it should be done in a sincere attitude, and the source of Shravana should also be pure enough. Therefore we have the culture in our ISKCON, which Srila Prabhupada had very mercifully established. Every morning we have Bhagavatam class or Bhagavad Gita, and throughout the day we can always listen. And the perfect source for us to listen is Srila Prabhupada. We can always listen from Srila Prabhupada. Lectures are available. You go anywhere in YouTube, just type Prabhupada lecture. It is there. Maybe translated into many other languages. Like in Vanipedia, it is translated with subtitles, more than 50 languages. So, I don't know about the regional Indian languages. Probably Andhra is translated. I don't know about that. If anyone is interested, you can do in Kannada translation of all Prabhupada lectures, subtitles. Anyway, so we hear from Srila Prabhupada, and of course the other bona fide sources. And by hearing and chanting Krishna's glories amongst the devotees, what happens? Matchitta madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam. Bodhayanta parasparam is making each other understand the philosophy of Krishna consciousness. Then the devotees become happy. Bodhayanta parasparam kathayantasya mam. They speak about me. Nityam. What is the frequency? Once in a year? Once in a month? No. Because if we hear once in a year, once in a month, then other sambandha will entangle us. We have so many other sambandhas. So to keep our sambandhas strong and healthy all the time with Krishna, we need regular Shravana Kirtana. Shravana Kirtan Jale Karoyeshachan. Regularly hearing and chanting. Just like if you give water to your plants, that plant will, like once in a week you are giving water. But then you went on some vacation, and after 15 days, 20 days you came back, it's gone. Because it didn't get proper water. So wherever we are, similarly, in Krishna consciousness, we have to keep on hearing and chanting. No, Next 1 week is my vacation. So let's our Shravana Kirtana take rest, and after 1 week we'll come back, and then you try to listen to Prabhupada again. Who is this person? What is he saying? No, I've already, my good friends have already put the garbage on my ears for the last 1 week. Therefore the Shravana Kirtan was stopped, and now it's very difficult to again make the connection. So regular Shravana Kirtan, Nityam, we should have always this practice, Nityam. Kathantasya mam Nityam, and the result, Tushyanti cha Ramanti cha. One gets nutrition and one gets pleasure, bliss. Just like Srimad Bhagavatam 11 Canto describes that when we eat, it nourishes and also it pleases. It pleases our taste buds and also it nourishes our health. So similarly, Krishna Katha is nourishing, yes. Tushyanti cha Ramanti cha. So among the association of devotees, we continue this process, Avidya, hearing and chanting. And then Krishna speaks more on Avidya. He says in this verse, 10:10, Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam. The hearing part is over. It's not over, it will keep on simultaneously. But next thing is what? After hearing, I only hear. And then I go home and then again I watch television. All nonsense, stupid things. Then how this hearing will help? So after hearing, you have to put it into practice. I know that if I study well, I will get good marks. I said, wonderful lecture the teacher has given to me. Yes, we have to know all these tips and techniques. But at home when I go, I will watch always mobile, video games. So then teacher's lecture is useless lecture. So we got to know about Krishna consciousness, then we go home and practice it. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada had this dream that every house one day will become a temple, like this Bhakti center. We don't have to go to some big temple to do all these things. Once in a while we can go, no problem. But everywhere there should be centers. The devotees at their home also, they should make their home a temple. Krishna is very clever. The other day we were discussing that if you give little space to Krishna in your heart, then Krishna will expand himself. So you keep one small picture of Krishna at your home, and then Krishna becomes bigger. Then he will take the whole altar. And then one day he will take the whole house, take over. And throughout the process he will take over your heart. And that's the perfection of Krishna consciousness. If he can we can make Krishna sit in our heart. So that's what happens with the devotee. Mat chitta, his chitta, his consciousness, his chetana, his chinta and chetana, both becomes filled with Krishna. Now we are bhoga chitta, now we are movie chitta, theater chitta, now we are dancing chitta, nightclub chitta, so many things. A devotee's heart is fully absorbed in Krishna. He becomes mat chitta. It's like in 7.1 Krishna says, Maya saktamana partha yoga junja madashraya. That's the message of Bhagavad Gita actually. And you'll be surprised to know, this Srila Prabhupada had given the most number of lectures on this single verse, 7.1. The numbers, if you count the numbers of Prabhupada lectures, maximum numbers of classes he has given only on this single verse, 7.1 of Bhagavad Gita. Why? Why it is so important that Prabhupada has given maximum, I think 45 classes on that shloka. Maya sakta manapartha. Because that's the message of Bhagavad Gita. Therefore the Bhakti section starts from 7th chapter. Before that is Karma and this is Bhakti. So beginning of Bhakti, Krishna is delivering the message. Maya sakta mana You become attached to me. That's what I want from you. You should become attached to me. Maya Saktavana. And the conclusion of Bhakti section, if you see, in the 12th chapter also, the same Krishna is saying, Yetu dharmamritam idam yathuktam pariupasate shuddha dhana mat parama bhaktasti ativa me priya. Same message. 7.1 starts and 12:20, the last sloka of this Bhakti section. It says the same thing. Those who follow this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engage themselves with faith, making me the supreme goal, are very, very dear to me. Same message. So introduction and conclusion is same, and in between the content, description, narration is also same. That's a perfect open book answering. Open book answer. When you do Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti, they will say that they teach how to write the conclusion, introduction should be same. So Krishna did that very nicely. So we become Maya Saktamana. That's the purpose. Mad Chitta. Your Chitta should be attached to me. Mad Chitta, Mad Gata Prana. The heart is completely hankering for Krishna. And such devotees, when they speak to each other, Bodhanta Parashparam, Tushyanti cha Ramanti cha. So blissful. Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport of that shloka, pure devotees whose characteristics are mentioned here engage themselves fully in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Their minds cannot be diverted from the lotus feet of Krishna. Wow. Cannot be diverted. Our mind cannot be diverted from the lotus feet of Maya Devi. Right? But their minds cannot be diverted from the lotus feet of Krishna. So much, so many limbs, bhakti limbs are there. So many arrangements, temple, kirtan, chanting, book reading. Still my mind is not going to Krishna. Because we are Maya Chitta. Devotees are Mat Chitta, Krishna Chitta. So once they absorb their mind on Krishna, and Krishna says they dwell in me. Their thoughts dwell in me. That's how the Srila Prabhupada writes the translation. So where is your thought now? Where is my thought now? Let's think. Okay, maybe somebody who is hearing attentively, your mind is here, but somebody else is thinking, so many things to do at home. I have to go to the market and today is Sunday. Nice lecture is happening here. We are somewhere else. So our thoughts dwell on somewhere else. But a devotee's thought always dwell in me. What does it mean? What is the significance of dwelling our thoughts in Krishna? Make our thoughts become attached to Krishna. See, when you go 8 o'clock, you start for your office or whatever, and then you reach by 9:30 to your office and you start working. And then you come back in the 5 or 6 o'clock. Of course, the picture in Bangalore might be a little different. You are working in shifts. Sometimes night time also you have to work. But it's a general understanding. So 9 to 5 we work. And when we go for work, how many of you like to go to the office? You love to go to office. Please raise your hand. Why? When will I go to office? Wow, wow. You love?
Once in a while.
What is that once in a while?
Twice a week.
You love. You love to go to office.
I do not know the degree of love, a little bit of, I don't hate going to office.
Okay, okay. Okay.
Twice a week. You get salary twice a week.
So, how many of you love? We don't love to go to office, right? That's a fact. We don't love, but we have to. We have to. We don't love to go to office. If we love to go to office, then why you are always hankering for the weekend? Why? Why do we need weekend? If we love office, then we don't need weekend. Of course, there are some pagal workaholics. That's another thing. We are not talking about them. Because there's so much problem at home, better I stay at the office. As soon as I go home, then everyone, better I stay at home. I stay at the office. It's a different thing, exception. So we do not love. So even if we go to the office, what happens from 9 o'clock? Oh, 10 o'clock. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock actually, exactly 10 o'clock. Okay, then 11, 10. Oof, the boss all day is screaming. When will be 5 o'clock? And from 4:30, you start to pack up things. Right? And you are on that mood now. I have to go home. And then as soon as it is 5 o'clock, and then we go home. And as soon as we reach home, I don't know your individual schedule because I am not expert in that, but this general understanding. Go home and then relax. Home, my sweet home. Nobody says office, my sweet office. No one says that. Only home becomes sweet home. And then just because of this, when you are at office, you are always thinking of home. Your wife calls or your husband calls, your kids are calling. Wow. Sometimes you are so much into the work, you are loaded. And you open their chats, you read it. Such a beautiful, nice picture of my kids. For little time you want to get relief. Isn't it? For some time. So your thoughts are dwelling on home, even though you are working at the office. So in this way, the same thing happens with the devotee. So they deal with the material world, but they dwell in the spiritual world. So that's what we have to learn. As long as we are in this material, we have to deal. But dwelling should be in the spiritual world. So my devotees' thoughts dwell in me. Dwell on me. Whenever they get as soon as you retire from your work, your mind immediately says, no, I have to go to home. Because that's my address. That's my tikana. I have to go to there. But I cannot do all these things all the day, 24/7. So similarly, a devotee's life is like that because he's more chitta. His thoughts are always dwelling on Krishna. So he is externally doing something, but he is always hankering. When will I go? When will I go to Krishna? When will I do some puja? When will I chant? When will I read? When will I hear about Krishna? As soon as he gets time, just like you are picking up the phone every 15 minutes. What happened at home? So similarly, the devotee's thoughts dwell on Krishna. Then he starts to bhajante. Then he is bodhayanta parashparam, and then they are doing bhajan. So this bhajan, tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam. Therefore they constantly do my service. Krishna service is not that we only do puja and all this. Any action can also be, if you perform your action in Krishna consciousness. Just like 5th chapter is called as action in Krishna consciousness. If you only act on Krishna consciousness, act in Krishna consciousness, then everything becomes our puja, part of our puja. Because we are simply working to keep our body and soul together. That should be the living style, to keep body and soul together. Simply living, not so much lavish, but also not that you have to always be worried about your eating and sleeping and arrangement. No. You keep everything nicely, comfortably live, but not so much lavish. Because the more lavish you live, the more time you have to give to arrange that. So we are wasting our time for that. Human life is so precious, it's for self-realization. It's not for body fitting. What am I doing? Of course, we will take care of the body, but taking care and becoming dreamy about that is something different. Anyway, so then we do bhajan. Tesham satyuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam. So we need these two things, satyuktanam and priti purvakam. These two elements should be there. So satyuktanam is constant or continuous, and priti purvakam is the attitude. So satyuktanam is external aspect, and priti purvakam is the internal aspect. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada translated bhakti as, what is the translation of bhakti in English? It's not devotion, devotional service. Only devotion inside the heart will not help. We have to do some practical service. And only service without devotion also no value. It's not much effective. So the external aspect is satata yuktanam, engaging, doing something for Krishna. But with what mood? What should be the attitude? Pritipurvakam. I love Krishna. Even if I don't love Krishna, what's the problem in saying I love you, Krishna? Make that habit every day. So going to Krishna and Krishna, I love you so much. Krishna knows you don't love me, I know. Krishna is still, I want to love you. But when you say that you love Krishna, then Krishna will also become gradually attached to. Krishna is already attached to us. Krishna, we are his children. So when we say Krishna, I love you, then Krishna becomes okay. At least he has that courage to say me that he loves me. Okay, then Krishna will start working on that. And then he will make us. Actually, we cannot become attracted to Krishna. We are very tiny living souls. It is Krishna who actually attracts us. So we have to pray to Krishna, beg to him. Krishna, I have been attached to this material world for last 6 years. No? For how many years? How many years? 20 years. Lifetimes after lifetime. From time immemorial. So I'm so weak. I'm a tiny living entity. How can I drag all the baggage from all my millions of lifetimes? A small piece of magnet cannot bring a whole big shield of iron. It's not possible. So what he has to do, he has to take shelter of a big magnet. So Krishna has that power. So Krishna, you please help me. You please remove my anarthas from the heart. I am ready to do the sacrifice, but you please start the process. So you take shelter of Krishna, you say, Krishna, Krishna, please help me. I want to love you. Priti Purvakam. Please do. Whatever feelings we have in our heart, please do it for Krishna, Krishna. I know I have no love. Just like after the puja, we pray to Krishna, matra hinam, kriya hinam, mantra hinam, kriya hinam, bhakti hinam, cha janardana. Whatever I have done, Krishna, please accept this. I do not know mantra, I do not know kriya kanda, and I do not know any, I don't have any bhakti. But whatever I have done, Krishna, please accept. So then Krishna accepts us, Priti Purvakam, and then he reciprocates. In reciprocation, he gives us buddhi, intelligence. Because I have offered my heart to Krishna, and then Krishna will offer something to me. What will he offer? Buddhi yogam. Dadami buddhi yogam. He will give us intelligence. Dadami buddhi yogam. I will give him intelligence so that he can become a big millionaire in this world. So I'll give him the buddhi yogam. Right? He'll become big billionaire. No? But you didn't protest me. You are just silently hearing. You should protest me. See, whenever anybody who is in guise of a devotee speaks nonsense, one should stop him. Hey, no, I object. This is not correct. Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena, by which mam upayantite, he can come back to me. So that's the goal. That's the provision. We have to go back to Krishna. Krishna, if I serve Krishna, many of us think that if I serve Krishna nicely, Krishna will make everything nice here. Krishna will never do that. Rather, you have done a big blunder in your life by surrendering yourself unto Krishna. He will smash your material life and he will take you back to him. Of course, if I want. If I am Lachar, I don't want to go, then I don't want to go, Krishna. Okay, fine, then it's your wish. You are a shameless dog. Therefore, you don't want to come to me. Resume and going one office to another office. Can you please give me some job? LinkedIn and all that. Can you give me some job? And they will give you job. They'll hire you. They say, we are hiring. So Krishna is also hiring, but nobody goes to Krishna to get his job. They'll do all Maya job. They will not do Krishna's job. So we are going to Krishna and say, Krishna, please give me a job. I want to be your servant. Okay, as soon as the job is, you get the appointment letter, then it comes. How much he will pay me? So the devotee prays, Beton more deho prema dhan. Beton means salary. You give me salary. What is the salary? Prema dhan. We all need dhan. Right? Because of wealth only you are working. Who will work in the office if they don't pay you? Any of you will work? Go to the office? If they say that you will work dedicatedly, but I will not pay you. They'll say. Nobody will work. So we all are working for some dhan. So in Krishna consciousness, we are expecting that dhan. But then dhan is transcendental dhan. It's prema dhan. So please make me your servant and give me prema dhan. Dadami buddhiyagam tam jena mamu pujanti. So in that way, it completes the whole process. Sambandha, then avideya, and we get the result. And thus the devotee becomes blissful in Krishna consciousness while living in this world. Therefore, we have to be convinced, first of all, that what is my relationship with Krishna. If I am not fully convinced that I am Krishna's eternal servant, then what will I do? So first we need the convince. We have to be convinced in Krishna consciousness. Then after you get convinced, okay, this doctor is good. But we need the conviction of following the process. And to follow the process we need, the doctor will prescribe medicine. Every day before breakfast you have to take it. I forgot. I'm so hungry that I forgot the medicine. So I don't follow the process. Then it will not happen. So we need commitment. So first convinced, then our conviction, and then commitment. Then we can expect for the desired result. Means Krishna consciousness. Of course, if you expect that the desired result is to become affluent in material life, I'm sorry, we cannot guarantee. Because Krishna is not guaranteed. Rather, Krishna guaranteed, Yashahamanu grinnahami harishyatad dhanam shamai. If you become very much devoted to me, then I will take you back from this place to my land and you have to give it up. So if you are still worried about your material life, how to maintain it, then we have to wait. We have to wait for Krishna's true mercy. Genuine mercy comes when Krishna says, ये अब ये खेलना आप छोड़ दो, ये toys आप छोड़ दो. Come to me. Just like when the small kid, he is playing with some teddy bear. And the parents call, hey, come here, we'll play. No, I have teddy bear. And the parents say, hey, I'm your father, I'm your mother. I need teddy bear. Then the father sees that, mother sees that he is becoming obstinate, stubborn. So let me throw that teddy bear. And then and the parents take him in the lap and carries him and gives him so many toys full room. Then he goes, wow, I was crying only for one teddy bear, but this room is full of toys. Then he becomes happy. So Krishna is waiting with so much happiness for us in the spiritual world. Would you like to stay here? And every day. Yes, boss. Present, sir. How many more lifetime will do that? So we have got this last life here. I mean, we have to think like that. This is my last birth. How many of you want to make this lifetime as your last birth? And others are still confused? Okay. Okay, then you again have to come, you have to go to the school. Is it pleasing experience? Going to the school, getting admission, then again studying, going for entrance exam and all this, and get a job? No. So we have to finish this business of coming and going. So pray to Krishna, please take me back to your land. I don't want to come back again. Please give me prema bhakti, prema dhamma. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. What time we are supposed to stop, Prabhu?
Yeah, now we have a question session for 5 minutes.
Okay.